out of my hat. Stupid things. Thank you, Larry. Sorry about that. Sorry, folks. I fixed it as quick as I could. I'm sorry. It's been a while. Well, anyway, I was telling a joke. Anyway, so sound should be working now, folks. Sound should be working. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see, Venmo, Matt. There we go. All right. So a guy goes into a bar for the first time, and he's never been there. So he asks the bartender. He says, "Hey, what's with all this meat hanging up on the ceiling here?" And the bartender says, "Well, it's a bet. We bet if you can jump up and slap the meat, well, you win free drinks all night long. But if you miss, you got to buy everybody else's drinks. You want in?" And the guy says, "No, the stakes are too high." Now that we have sound, it's even better. It's working, folks. I'm sorry. It's like 1 minute I fix the sound, 1 minute it's gone. So, but anyway, there we go. So, as you can guess, I am back here for another edition of Live from the Parlor. And who knows? The world is in a crazy place again. So things may shut down, but let's hope they don't, because I've got some more gigs and some more travel I want to do this year. So, but, you know, I always said I would keep this rolling because, you know, it's good to keep up with people, and it's nice to catch up with your wonderful comments and things like that. So it's been a nice way to catch up with you all throughout the year. So I always wanted to keep these shows going, and like I said, it's a crazy place, it's a crazy world, so let's hope that things don't shut down again. I sure hope they don't, and in the meantime, let's play some music. I've got a list of tunes here. I even did a little practicing, so I've got YouTube comments, and I've got Facebook comments, so hopefully I don't miss anybody's swell comments. Like I said, it has been a while, so bear with me here. Y'all talk amongst yourselves while I get all this stuff going. Let's see. All right, there's my chat, because I don't want to miss anybody's wonderful comments or requests or suggestions or anything like that. So, let's see. There is, yes, as Larry points out, please share so that we can get as many friends here as we can. You can see me in my pink shorts, too. All right, well, until the requests start trickling in, I'll play some tunes. Got the Italo-American tonight, my hero accordion, as I call it. 1937 Italo-American, built in Chicago, Illinois. That's right. Someday I'm going to make it over to the store. They still have a store out there. That's right. And one day I hope I'm going to make it out there. In the meantime, I've been working on some polka charts since Oktoberfest season is coming, and I see my good buddy Tanner there. So yes, let's hope. Let's do some polka time. Here's one called the Chimney Sweep. Chimney Sweet Polka. A wonderful. Yes. As for the By the Beautiful Sea, there we go. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the sync. You know, it's a curious thing. I sometimes put YouTube on in the car, especially if I have long trips or something, and especially like car advice or like long hour-long concerts or stuff, and even uploads, like not live things. Even uploads, the sound's a little off. Could it be possibly that YouTube just has so much stuff on it these days? They need to flush that toilet and get rid of some of the stuff from like 2005 when it first started. So that could be. But yeah, it's a crazy thing. Sometimes I will watch stuff and even the pros are out of sync. So hey, if it's good enough for Kid Rock, hey, I'll take it. Now I did see a request for By the Sea on our YouTube buddies. So sure, here we go. Let's see. That was it. That was as we say. That was the rehearsal. Here's the tune.
Always together, said Joe to Jane. I love sunny weather, so let's go to that beautiful sea. Paddle along, say you're with me. Anything that Joe would suggest to her, Jane would always think it was best for her. So we get his board, holler all aboard. Gee, I wanna be by the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea. You and I, oh how happy we'll be. When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will sink or swim, and we'll float and fool around the water, over and under and then up a rail. Ma is rich, Pa is rich, so now what do we care? I long to be beside you, beside the sea, side the seaside, by the beautiful sea. Quite a sport on a Sunday, though he would eat at Child's on a Monday, and Jane would lose her millionaire air and go to work marshalling hair. Every Sunday Joe'd leave his wife at home, say it's business, honey, I've got to roam. Then he'd get his board, holler all aboard. Gee, I wanna be by the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea. You and I, oh how happy we'll be. When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will sink or swim, and we'll float and fool around the water, over and under, and then up a rail. Ma is rich, Pa is rich, so now what do we care? I long to be beside you, beside the sea, side the seaside, by the beautiful sea.
There we go, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't fix the syncing, folks, If you don't want to sync, come to a live show. What can I say? I'm not a tech guy. So I'm just a man in a 1937 accordion trying his best. What can I say? Yeah, the accordion does kind of have that old style tuning there, Larry. You would be correct. And thank you, Joanne. You are welcome. That's a good request. And hey, it's Joe Bosom. Yeah, we were talking about Irving Kaufman earlier, so that's a tune Irving sang. Let's do let me have a little bit of Wasser here. It is summertime, so it's a little bit toasty. So I'm drinking the water, I'm wearing the shorts. As Alex Meixner would say, it's all good. So let's see here. Let's do a nice little tune here. Slow the pace down a little bit. Here's a beautiful tune called Home.
love's ending, my thoughts are ever wending home. When crickets call, my heart is forever yearning once more to be returning home. When the hills conceal the setting sun, stars begin a-peeping one by one. Night covers all, and though fortune may forsake me, sweet dreams will ever take me home. Wonder why I never sang in C before, that's why. Ha ha. Home. What a lovely tune. Loverly. Yes, alright. Let's just see what's happening on YouTube. See if we got any requests over yonder. Over yonder. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. No, nothing new on the YouTube, so we'll stick to the Facebook for a minute here. Let's see. Hey, Brent, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. All the way from Indiana. Oh, should play an Indiana tune. For our Indiana folks watching tonight, both of you. Well, with next week finding myself in the Golden State, that would be the great state of California. That's right, land of fruits and nuts. So I should fit in just right. Anyway, I'm going out there for the Sutter Creek Ragtime Festival. That's right. So, in honor of that, maybe I'll play a Ragtime era tune, and I'll play a march, one that was very popular with the Darrow brothers. They both recorded this tune here. It's one called the Sharpshooter's March. So, here we go. Good old accordion standard. Let's go. perfect.
Sharpshooter's March, a favorite of one Pietro Diro way back when, and perfect for the Ragtime show coming up next week. That's right. I like watching the opera on Saturday night. You see? See, if it's good enough for the grand old, that's some YouTube stuff here. Someone says, I like watching the Opry Circle on Saturday nights. They have a lot of sync issues too. So hey, if it's good enough for, the grand old Opry, hey, I'll take it. And a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the music, you can drop a few drachmas in the pot. I have the information is pinned as a comment on both Facebook and YouTube, but it's also right here. It's paypal.me/Matt Tolentino or Venmo. You can find me on Venmo if you're young and hip. It's Matt-Tolentino-1, and the last 4 digits of my phone number are 9658. Just like when you're calling WMKV in Cincinnati. Isn't that crazy, Joe? Isn't that wild? So anyway, we got some folks from California. We got Connecticut. Fantastic, fantastic. 12th Street Rag, that's one that I never learned. I should. And I see a request here again on YouTube from Theodore here. It says, how about a wedding march? Well, I don't have a wedding march per se, but how about a nice tune here? Maybe not necessarily a wedding straight up, but how about an anniversary song? And better yet, how about a little piece called the Anniversary Waltz? I played the Opera House last night, and we had about 4 anniversaries there. I couldn't believe it. So, I'll play a tune here. One more instrumental, and then I'll get back to some singing. But here's a nice little tune called Waves of the Danube, if you're keeping score. Or, better yet, Anniversary Waltz. anniversary waltz. And hello, Mr. Dew, and good to see you. At the wedding, it was great, up to date, nobody cared how much you ate. The music played, the latest opera swell. 'Twas wonderful the way they executed William Tell and Turkey Trotting. Oh, Joanne, what key is that in? Let's see. Oi. You should have been with me to the wedding last night. Cohen had a drink and he nearly looked for fight. He drank gin physics till he couldn't hardly see. You think he wasn't swimming 'cause the drinks were free. Jackie was a bride, Jackie was a groom. So many were inside, there wasn't any room. Your presence was requested there, but understand, they requested all the presents in your hand. At the wedding, it was great, up to date, nobody cared how much you ate. The music played, the latest opera swell. 'Twas wonderful the way they executed William Tell and Turkey Trotting. They stopped at nothing, it was everybody they you want to see. Becky's father gave the groom $1,000 check. Jackie was so happy that he jumped right on his neck. Oh, last night at the Yiddish wedding, shoes and brides were thrown at the groom, but someone left their foot inside. Last night at the wedding jubilee. At the wedding, it was great, up to date, nobody cared how much you ate. The music played, the latest opera swell. 'Twas wonderful the way they executed William Tell and Turkey Trotting. They stopped at nothing, there was everybody they you want to see. Becky's father gave the groom $1,000 check. Jackie was so happy that he jumped right on his neck. Or last night at the Yiddish wedding, boots and shoes were thrown at the bride, but someone left their foot inside. Last night at the wedding jubilee. Hadn't practiced that one, but there it is. A request at the wedding, by request from Miss Joanne Kubiak. Who else? There you go. Well, for those of you on the YouTube, please click that little subscribe button down at the bottom right corner there. If you're still with me after that last one, and click subscribe, and that way you can catch all the videos and all the fun stuff. Oh, it's Mr. Mike. Mike Gatta. Fantastic. Good to see you, sir. I have a feeling it's polka time. We need a moment of zen after that last one. So here's a good one. As they say, this is a theme song of every accordion player trying to find a date for prom. It's called The Hopeless Polka. hopeless polka. Wonderful, wonderful. Ah, yeah, because I know Mr. Mike Gather loves those polkas. And who doesn't? Who doesn't love polkas? And a reminder, folks, if you like polka music, check out my newest CD that I did with Music Publishers of America. That's right, formerly the Vitak Elsnick Publishing Company. And some of you fine folks here might actually have that CD. It's simply called Matt Tolentino and his Accordion Band, and it is 17 tracks of accordion band arrangements. In case you're curious, what is an accordion band arrangement? Well, in the old days, before this guy named Elvis came along, the accordion was super popular. And there'd be nothing for, there'd be 3 or 4 people on the same block who played accordion. So Vitak Elsnick published band arrangements where they had first accordion, second accordion, third, fourth, and sometimes even fifth accordion. And so you could get together with 2 or 3 or 4 of your friends and make an accordion band, especially if a guy had a bass accordion, man, you were set. So they wanted to republish these old arrangements, and because accordion bands have been out of vogue for so long, they figured the best way to kind of get the word out about this kind of thing was actually have some examples of what accordion band arrangements sound like. Enter me. And so I recorded 17 of them, and you can order it directly from me, or you can go to musicpublishersofamerica.com, and it'll be great. It'll be great. And hey, Christmas is coming. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever that, Yalda, hey, it doesn't matter. Pick up a CD, and if you like it, great. If you don't like it, hey, buy a CD, give it to your worst enemy. Hey, there you go. Hey, Miss Barbara, let's see here. I did see Barbara, I just didn't get a chance to say hello. I was in the middle of something, probably something politically incorrect, like at the wedding or something. Other such fine things as you would expect to hear from me. So let's see here, and thank you, Judy. Well, Barbara, since you dropped a few, dropped a few coins in the fountain, I'll play your favorite tune. It's coming up right now. A tune I have sung more than anybody on the planet, including probably the guy who wrote it. But here it is. Here it is. It is called Mariusz at Coney Island. And if you're sick of it, why, here's your bathroom/water break. I feel much a man of a day. Thought my Mariusz went away when I saw that steamboat leave. Waste much a time when I grieve. Steamboat she no go to Italy, she wait a while. 'Cause last night I saw my Mariusz at Coney Island. Don't you tell nobody what I not tell you. What do you think of my Mariusz do? Mariusz make a hoochie-macooch down the Coney Island. Make me smile. She go like a this, like a that, like a this. She make herself to dance and never move with her feet. That's a funny style. Someone yell like that. Hey, look out, she'll break you back when my Mariusz make a hoochie-macooch. Verse 2. Mariusz, she make it a hit. I think that she take it a fit. On that stage I jump on it quick. 'Cause that dancing make me sick. I say, Mariusz, you break my heart in one big place. Then somebody throw a right tomato in my face. Mariusz, she say, you better make a quick skidoo, or my Tony break you in two. Mariusz, she make a hoochie-macooch down the Coney Island. Make me smile. She go like a this, like a that, like a this. She make herself to dance and never move with the feet. That's a funny style. Someone yell like that. Hey, look out, she'll break you back when my Mariusz make a hoochie-macooch. request, well, implied request from Miss Barbara Brands. All right. Hey, thank you, Larry. I'm glad you enjoyed. The CD is splendid. It's right there on YouTube. There it is. It is right there, and written for time immemorial. Larry Kubiak from Michigan says the CD is splendid. So get that Matt Tolentino and his accordion band CD. And you know what, folks? That actually kind of inspired me. I had so much fun with that recording project, I might just have to do a whole nother one. This time it'd be ragtime music. So I'd put Mariucci on there. I'd put some other Tilser tunes. I'd put some marches. I'd put all kind of good stuff on there. So I think that'll be the big project for the next year. This year is kind of crazy. Of course, if the world shuts down again, what the hell? Let's record another album. Why not? That's what we did with the first one. Well, here's a request. Vic in Connecticut on YouTube is asking for a little tune called Sukinku. It's a Czech waltz. So I can certainly do that. And then I see a request for Blue Hawaii. So the next two tunes are going to have the blues. It's time for a waltz anyway, so here we go. I wandered alone one night when I heard an orchestra play. I met you where lights were bright, people were carefree and gay. You were the beautiful lady in blue. I was in heaven just waltzing with you. You filled me with strange delight. Softly you stole away. I dream of that night with you, lady, when first we met. We danced in a world of blue. How could my heart forget? Blue were the skies and blue were your eyes, just like the blue skirt you wore. Come back, blue lady, come back. Don't be blue anymore. There we go. By request from our YouTube folks. There we go. That is called the Blue Skirt Waltz or Sukinku. A nice little tune there. And we needed a waltz anyway, so thank you, Vic, for that request. All right, for all our folks on YouTube and our folks on Facebook, we're almost 45 minutes into this show, so I want to extend another hello and a welcome. And as you know, the gigs are coming back. I'm doing festivals again. I'm doing live shows. I've got a wedding anniversary party this Saturday, so things are coming back, which is woohoo, great. That's fantastic. So, but of course, you know, there's some craziness afoot, so you never know. Things may kind of slide back. Let's hope not. But things, you never know. It's a crazy world, so I can't predict the future. And why would I? I prefer the past, if you couldn't tell. But anyway, you know, I can't predict the future. So I always said that life from the parlor was never going to completely disappear. It might just ebb off a little bit. So for once, I was shall we say, I had a head for once. We'll leave it at that. So I figured, you know, it would be a grand time to go ahead and start cranking up the parlor shows again. So making them every other week. That's right, because I'll be out of town next week. And then, of course, I'll be here. And, you know, so we'll just stick with the every other week thing. So mark your calendars unless you hear otherwise. So just in case, you never know. But hey, if it does, I'll be here just like I was the past year and a half. Can you believe that? Year and a half of you guys sitting and watching a guy play the accordion. Unbelievable. And who says vaudeville's dead? And of course, if you do wish to drop a few coins in a fountain, a few drachmas in the pot, as Drew Nugent says, you can find me on PayPal and Venmo. The comments are pinned on both YouTube and Facebook. Or if you can read that, well, good. Bully for you. So you can drop a few coins in a fountain, just like the 4 freshmen. So cheers to you, and cheers to everybody. If anything, it's just great to connect with everyone and keep a face fresh in your mind. So, Prost. I had a request to do Blue Hawaii, so let's do it. It's coming up next. Tried and new and blue Hawaii, where night is heavenly, and you are heaven to me. Lovely you and blue Hawaii, with all this loveliness, there should be love. Come with me while the moon is on the sea. The night is young, and so are we, so are we. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and they could all come true on this magic night of nights with you. Come with me while the moon is on the sea. The night is young, and so are we, so are we. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii, and they could all come true on this magic night of nights with you. Blue Hawaii, there we go. A request. Ah, yes, here we go. Here's a YouTube request. How's it begin? I got it. Here we go, Joanne. There's a time in each year that we always hold dear, good old summertime, with the birds and the breezes and sweet scented phrases, good old summertime, when your day's work is over and you are in clover, and life is one beautiful ride. No trouble annoying, each one is enjoying the good old summertime. In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime, strolling down that shady lane with your baby mine. You hold her hand and she holds yours, and that's a very good sign that she's your tootsie wootsie in the good old summertime. To swim in the pool, play hooky from school, good old summertime. Hang around Rosie with Jake, Jim, and Josie, good old summertime. Those days full of leisure we now fondly treasure, when we never thought it a crime to
goes stealing cherries with face brown as berries. Good old summertime, in the good old summertime, in the good old summertime. Strolling down that shady lane with your baby mine. You hold her hand and she holds yours, and that's a very good sign that she's your Tootsie Wootsie in the good old summertime.
By request with the verse, both of them. There you go. In the good old summertime. Ah, what a great little tune. It is indeed summertime, so perfect tune. Nice little waltz. And it's always time for a waltz. So thank you, Joanne, for that wonderful request. Ah, speaking of requests, here's one from YouTube. Here's one that says, Dick Meddery wants to hear something from Dr. Zhivago. I can do that, and then I'll play you something actually Russian. It's going to blow you away. Maybe. Anyway. Natural Russian Ukrainian music. Here we go. Some actual Russian and Ukrainian music there. Fantastic. All right, to go to follow up our Laura's theme. I see Thank Heaven for Little Girls. That's a Marie Chevalier tune. I don't know that, but I'll play another one to have some of the same notes in it from Mr. Chevalier. Here we go. Wonderful, oh it's wonderful to be in love with you. Beautiful, just beautiful, you haunt me all day through. Every little breeze seems to whisper Louise, birds in the trees seem to twitter Louise. Each little rose tells me it knows I love you, love you. Every little beat that I feel in my heart seems to repeat what I felt at the start. Each little sigh tells me that I adore you, Louise. Just to see and hear you brings joy I never knew. But to be so near you thrills me through and through. Anyone can see why I wanted your kiss. It had to be, but the wonder is this. Can it be true? Someone like you could love me, Louise. Just to see and hear you brings joy I never knew. But to be so near you thrills me through and through. Anyone can see why I've wanted your kiss. It had to be, but the wonder is this. Can it be true? Someone like you could love me, Louise. That was about as bad as my Sidney Greenstreet impression, but there you have it. There you have it. Yes, indeed. Aye. All right. Well, speaking of ragtime, let's pick it up. Here's a little tune. Joe, I was over at my buddy Joe Bosom's house. We were spinning some records and talking about great tunes of the ragtime era. Here's one written by Nat Iyer and Seymour Brown, same guys who wrote King Chanticleer. Here's a big hit of theirs from 1911. Honey dear, want you near. Just turn out the light and then come over here. Nestle close up to my side. My heart's afire with love's desire. In my arms, rest complete. I never thought that love could ever be so sweet till I met you some time ago. But now you know I love you so. Oh, you beautiful dog, you great big beautiful dog. Let me put my arms about you. I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful dog.
big, beautiful doll. Let me put my arms about you. I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great, big, beautiful doll. If you'd ever leave me, how my heart would ache. I long to hug you, but I fear you'd break. Oh, 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 you beautiful doll. Ah, oh, you beautiful doll. Hey, Miss Tamara, good to see you on the monitor here. Hey, I got an announcement for you and your dancing friends. August 29th here in Cincinnati, I'll be at Germania Society over there off Kemper, and I'll have a five-piece band. Five-piece band. It's going to be an old-time polka dance. That's right. On Sunday afternoon, I'm going to be doing polkas, waltzes, but also some schottisches, a foxtrot or 2 or 10. Let's see, some pop tunes. So all kind of stuff. But it's a good old-time polka dance. It's clarinet, trumpet, tuba, accordion, and drums. It's going to be fun. So that's going to be 1 o'clock, August 29th, at Germania Society over there off, I believe that's Kemper. No, what is that called? Anyway, you got the Google, look it up. But anyway, it's going to be a good dancing thing. So please tell all the flying cloud folks, including yourself, of course, that there's going to be, as Elvis would say, good rockin' tonight. Hey, and there's Miss Cat. Good to see you, Miss Cat Crone, the Bakelite Queen. Yeah, fantastic. Let's see here. All right, what is my ragtime favorite? Oh man. Gosh, that's a tough one, because ragtime, of course, encompasses just about anything from the late 1800s through 1917. So there was all kind of good stuff. Dry Ridge Road, it's, I'm going to look it up. I actually have a computer right here. Silly me. It's, let me look it up for you real quick. Oh, it is Kemper. 3529 West Kemper Road, Cincinnati, kind of off of 74 over there. So, good old time dance, Tamara. Bring your dancing shoes and we'll play some foxtrots, some polkas, a tango, maybe even a mashish. Well, probably not, but you know. Who knows? Crazier things have happened. Well, anyway, a ragtime favorite. Somebody was asking me. Man alive, that's a tough one. Let's see. Oh, how about something pretty? Let's see. In the right key, of course. Got the cutest little way. Love to watch you all the day. And it certainly seems fine just to think that you'll be mine. All I know is you said yes, hesitated more or less, and I kissed you where you stood, just like any fella would. And when I told them how wonderful you are, they didn't believe me. No, they didn't believe me. Your lips, your eyes, your cheeks, your hair are in a class beyond compare. Why, you're the loveliest thing that one could see. And when I tell them, for I'm certainly going to tell them, that I'm the man whose wife one day you'll be, they'll never believe me. No, they'll never believe me, that from this great big world you've chosen me. Tell them, for I'm certainly going to tell them, that I'm the man
tune from the Ragtime era. Jerome Kern's first #1 hit, as a matter of fact. So how about that? 1914 from a show called The Girl from Utah. So I don't know if we'll play that at Germania, but we'll play some other good stuff. So anyhow, it is 9:04. So you have squandered, as Car Talk would say, a perfectly good hour listening to this show. But hey, there's more where it's coming up. Got about 25 more minutes coming up to the half-hour mark. That's right. Going to go to 9:30 Eastern Time or 8:30 Central Time for you Central folks. And for the California folks, who I'll be seeing in no time, that would be 6:30. That's right. So in time to go to dinner. So let's see here. Well, let's jump ahead. And to the 40s. After all, we do have folks that love their polka music. And here I am talking about Germania. So maybe I will play a polka. Here's a good one written by Myron Florin. It's called the Hot Foot Polka. Wonderful. There it is, the Hot Foot Polka. Written by Myron Florin. Is everybody happy? That's what Ted Lewis would say. Let's just check in here and see if there's any other requests. I have to kind of occasionally refresh things to see if I've missed anything, because I would hate to miss that. Just like that, see? And Joe has chimed in here. Yes, indeed, I do want to plug next week's episode installment, if you will, of Friction on WMKV. That's right. I will be guesting on Joe Boosom's wonderful show. It's the second Thursday of every... Am I hearing voices? Anyway, I thought it was... it's haunted house. Anyway, so the second Thursday of every month, Joe airs a show called Friction. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can also stream it. If you're not in the Queen City, you can stream it at it's 89... What is it? Put up the link to WMKVFM.org. That's right. WMKVFM.org. Stream that at 9 o'clock Central, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I went over there today to record it, and it's going to be talking about some great stuff like the formation of the New Liberty Dance Orchestra here in Cincinnati. It's going to talk about the Singapore Slingers and what they're up to, some recording things that I've got going on, so and all kind of fun things all about Adrian Rollini and Harry Richmond and Fess Williams and all those good people. So tune in next week to Friction. I'll post a link to that. So thanks, Joe. Thanks for reminding me. So anyway, let's move along here. Some requests here. Oh, I did see a request for on YouTube. Manitoba, hey! I'm glad the CD made it to you, Cecile. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Another fantastic, good words here. Kind words from Manitoba. Says, love your CD. So get that accordion CD. You can get it direct from me. Send me a message or go to matttolentino.com, drop me a line, or go to musicpublishersofamerica.com, and you can order it right there. It's right on the homepage. So anyway, I see a request. Mary Jane Lisco is asking for Edelweiss. Not Eselscheiss, that's different, but Edelweiss. So I'll play it for you right now. In the key of B flat, if you wish to follow along.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clear and bright, you look happy to meet me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
There we go. I request from, where do I see it? Mary Jane. So there we are. Thanks so much for requesting. And of course, everybody else, if you're enjoying the music and you feel free, or you feel so inspired, I should say, feel free to drop a few drachmas in the pot here at PayPal or Venmo. But above all, like I said earlier at the beginning of all this, it's just good to be reconnecting with everybody and to keep the Live from the Parlor shows going, because indeed, the gigs are coming back. All right, Harlow, you're on. All right, I see your comment. Please tell me in a minute what. Send me a little message, if you will. But anyway, just to keep the shows relevant, keep them going, and yeah, because the world's a crazy place. I think we're going to be okay, but you never know. Things may shut down again, and if they do, I don't want to be like, hey, remember that show I used to do? No, I wanted to keep it all relevant. Well, let's see. So as long as I got Miss Harlow here in the house. How about something of the jazz persuasion? And how about a Gene Austin tune? We all love Gene Austin, right? If you don't, well, you don't like fried chicken and fast cars and all the things that make life worth living. Here's an obscure tune of his called Then Came the Dawn. Last night I heard you say you loved me. Last night I saw my dreams come true. And then the morning broke above me. My dreams were broke in two. Last night I was in heaven. And then came the dawn. Holding you tight was
go and move the moon. Last night I was in heaven, and then came the dawn too soon. Last night I was in heaven with you, and then came the dawn. Holding you tight was heaven, and then you were gone. With lips to lips and both our hearts in tune, somebody had to go and move the moon. Last night I was in heaven, and then came the dawn too soon.
There's a favorite Gene Austin of mine called Then Came the Dawn. Yeah. Accordion Joe. Yeah. For Joe Bosom. There we go. We'll get you playing accordion yet. Don't act like you don't want to. All right. Let's move on. Let's do a nice little Ohio tune. This tune written by a guy named Johnny Black, who, this was a tune of his that was popular posthumously. But he did at least live to see one of his big tunes, Dardanella, become a big hit. In fact, he had a club called the Club Dardanella out on Hamilton Road. back when. And this is a tune of his that sort of became famous posthumously because he died not too long after that song became a big hit. But the Mills Brothers recorded. Here it is. It's going to do for you right now a little tune called Paper Doll. Written 1916 originally, believe it or not. I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And when the flirty guys with their flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real, when I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real live girl. I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And when those flirty guys with the flirty eyes gonna have to flirt with dollies that are real, when I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real live girl. There we go, little paper doll there, written by Johnny Black here in Ohio and recorded by the Mills Brothers, who were from Piqua, Ohio. So how about them apples? How about them apples? Digga-digga-doo. You love me and I love you. When we love, it's natural too. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo-doo. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo. I'm so very digga-digga-doo by nature. When you don't say digga-digga-doo to your mate, you're gonna lose the papa, so let them funny people smile. Can't be no virgin isle without digga-digga-doo, digga-doo-doo. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo. You love me and I love you. When we love, it's natural too. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo-doo. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo. I'm so very digga-digga-doo by nature. If you don't say digga-digga-doo to your mate, you're gonna lose papa, so let them funny people smile. Can't be no virgin isle without digga-digga-doo, digga-doo-doo. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo. There we go, digga-digga-doo. I don't know where that came from, but there it is. No, I have not. I have not. You need to send me the some Bollywood. John Pitt, John Ho. Imarite Sun Ho. Anyway, that's another story. That's another story. Cab driver. There's a good one. Can't remember all the words of cab driver. Looking through some of the YouTube requests here. Anyway, here let's see. We've got about another 6 minutes here. 6 minutes. Thanks everyone for tuning in. No doubt Miss Harlow is in Davenport once again. You are probably there for the Bix Fest. That's going on this weekend, or you're heading there very soon, I would imagine. I would be there, but I've got a wedding anniversary party I've got to play, and a little something on Sunday. So, but have fun. Have a drink and spin a record for me, will you? All right. Well, let's see here. We've what tunes here we got? Let's see. Oh, here's a good. Let's see if I remember this one. Oh, Headed Out Tomorrow. Cool. Yeah. Pack some extra records for me. Oh, I should have brought you those Leighton and Johnson records to Davenport when I saw you. Didn't even think of that. Oh well. Never been a smart guy, and I don't plan to start now. It's too late. Anyway, let's see here. This is the tune I put on here. How does the verse go? It's a nice, pretty little tune here. What is that first chord? First chorus. Oh, we're going to say it's a D minor 7. Cheeks like the roses, teeth like the pearls, eyes with a heaven of blue. You are so perfect, you're one of the few. You wonderful, marvelous girl, I love you. Everywhere you go, sunshine follows you. Everywhere you go, skies are always blue. And little children love you, they seem to know. You bring roses out of the snow. The whole world says hello. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, sunshine follows you. Everywhere you go, skies are always blue. And little children love you, they seem to know. You bring roses out of the snow. The whole world says hello. Hello, everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for one more tune. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight to Live from the Parlor. And like I said, it's a crazy world. I doubt we'll get shut down again, but you never know. You never know. As I have a house full of old stuff. What do I know about the future? Boo. Who cares about the future? Anyway, it's Vince Giordano would say that it's a future in the past. But hey, that's why you're here. So I can't tell what's going to happen. But you know, I figured it would be a good time to go ahead and just dust off the old Parlor. That way you weren't like, what was the name of that show you used to do? No, you could keep it fresh in your head. And so now you will know, doing them every other week. Because you never know, unless I've got a gig or something posted. I'll definitely post if I'm not doing it. And I'll also have it on the website, MattTolentino.com. So check that out. And if you've enjoyed the tunes and you feel so inclined, you can hit me up at PayPal, you can do Venmo, and that way I can go to PetSmart. And I can get treats for this guy. Ooh, all right, there we go. Hey, you walked in the studio. It's your fault, pal. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you with the tune here. Bix Fest is coming up this week, as you can see with my conversation with Miss Harlow there. So here's a tune Bix recorded with a great Paul Whiteman Orchestra, and I love this tune as a closer anyway, but especially on the heels of the great Bix Fest. So if you're going out there to Davenport, please have a good time, have a great time, have a drink, spin a record, and go see the Bix House, go see the Grave, say hi to Andy Shum and Josh Duffy and TJ Moeller and all those great guys for me, will you? And anyway, here's a good one called Waiting at the End of the Road. Is dark, but I won't stop, 'cause that happy lark will be singing at the end of the road. I can't go wrong, I must go right, I'll find my way, 'cause that guiding light will be shining at the end of the road. There may be thorns in my path, but I'll wear a smile, 'cause in a little while my path will be roses. The rain may fall from up above, but I won't stop, 'cause the ones I love will be waiting at the end of the road. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Good night. Good night. Toodle-oo.